Premier League game week 31 predictions. Let's go. We kick off with Newcastle versus Everton. Now, Newcastle are at home in this one. They have 2 wins in the last 5. Everton have lost their last 3 Premier League games. Everton, they are really solid defensively. They've conceded only 41 goals, which is decent, but they just cannot score a goal. Honestly, they are the second lowest scoring team in the Premier League. They have scored only 30 goals. I just don't see them winning at St. James Park. I'm sorry. I don't see it happening. So I am going for Newcastle United 2, Everton 0. Nottingham Forest versus Fulham. Nottingham Forest, they've lost 3 and drawn 2 in the last 5 Premier League games. Fulham are in very decent Premier League form. Just 1 loss in the last 5 and 3 wins. Yes, Nottingham Forest are at home, but Nottingham Forest, they can be very difficult to win at home because defensively they can be a very stubborn team. I see a draw in this one. I think this game will be a draw. I'm going for 1-1. Bournemouth host Crystal Palace. Bournemouth as well, 3 wins in the last 5. Palace themselves, they have been in very good form recently. Only 1 loss in the last 5 Premier League games. Bournemouth at home, I just think they're a better team than Crystal Palace. I am going for Bournemouth 2, Crystal Palace 1. Burnley host Wolverhampton Wanderers. Burnley's form has actually improved recently. They are unbeaten in the last 3 Premier League games, 2 draws and a win. That's actually, I'm a bit surprised to be honest. Wolves as well have been in decent form, 3 wins, 2 losses in the last 5 Premier League games. Both these teams like to play attacking football, free-flowing football. I just think this is going to be a high-scoring game. Both teams are going to go after each other. I am thinking this game is going to finish 3-3. West Ham is going to host Tottenham Hotspur. West Ham, 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss in the last 5 games. Tottenham has been very inconsistent recently. Always a win followed by a loss, followed by a win, followed by a loss. West Ham are at home. Tottenham won their last game. Like I said, it's always a win followed by a loss. But this time around, I just think it will be a draw. I don't think Tottenham will lose. Tottenham cannot afford a loss right now. Aston Villa is getting into the top 4 position if Tottenham loses. So Tottenham is going to draw this game. I'm going for 2-2. Arsenal versus Luton Town. Arsenal host Luton Town at the Emirates. Arsenal are in fantastic Premier League form. 4 wins and a draw. Obviously, that draw came against Man City at the Etihad, which I thought was a fantastic point. Luton Town's form is the one that really interests me. Take a look at this. A loss followed by a draw, followed by a loss, followed by a draw, and they lost the last game. Does that mean the game against Arsenal is gonna be a draw? Oh my goodness, that would just be amazing. That is the dream every Liverpool fan wants to happen. But I just don't see it happening, man. This game is at the Emirates. I think Arsenal is going to beat Luton Town fairly easily. They do concede quite a bit of goals. Luton Town have conceded 62 goals in the Premier League, and Arsenal are the highest scoring team in the Premier League with 70 goals scored. So this is not a good look for Luton Town. I think Arsenal are going to beat Luton Town by 3-0. Brentford is going to host Brighton, and Brentford, they picked up that last minute draw against Manchester United. They absolutely deserved it. The return of Brian Bemo from injury is a massive boost for Brentford. They've really missed him. Brighton, they actually did very well against Liverpool. Yes, Liverpool definitely deserves to win that game, but I thought Brighton played really well. You know, that was at Anfield. It's not easy to play well at Anfield. I think both teams have really improved. Look, both teams, I think I'm going for a draw in this one. I'm going for Brentford 2, Brighton 2. Man City host Aston Villa. Now, Man City, 3 wins, 2 draws in the last 5 Premier League games. Aston Villa, a loss, 3 wins and a draw in the last 5 Premier League games. So, this is not an easy game for either of these teams. Yes, I know Man City are playing at the Etihad. On paper, they should be beating Aston Villa. But I tell you what, I don't know, a lot of people don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it. Man City, for me, they are not quite what they used to be, you know. Yeah, if you look at their results recently, they've been grinding out wins. They have not been convincing at all in any of the last 5 or 6 Premier League games. Besides Manchester United, where they beat them quite comfortably at Old Trafford. I think that one finished 3-1. But I cannot remember the last time Man City played well, to be honest. So I always thought March and early April will be a really, really tough period for Man City. And so far, I have been proven right. I think this game is gonna end in a draw. Yes, Man City very, very vulnerable on the counter attack. I think Oli Watkins is gonna be licking his lips. Leon Bailey as well. So they're gonna cause a lot of problems to Man City. Also, Kai Walker, John Stones. Are they fit? I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna be back. And even if they are they ready to play in this game? Probably not. So I am going for 1-1 in this one. I think this is the game where Man City might just be out of the title race, unfortunately. And of course, as a Liverpool fan, my goodness, I would take a 1-1 right now. Absolutely. We move on to Liverpool hosting Sheffield United at Anfield. Now, Liverpool, fantastic Premier League form, 4 wins and a draw in the last 5 Premier League games. The draw was against Man City at Anfield, which was a bit disappointing because Liverpool were by far the better side. Sheffield United, they've lost 3 and they've drawn 2 in the last 5 Premier League games. Now, let's be honest, this game is an absolute mismatch. Now, Liverpool are the second highest scoring Premier League team with 67 goals scored, and they have the second best defense with 27 goals conceded, only behind Arsenal. Sheffield United, on the other hand, are just, I think they're a disgrace, to be honest. They are the lowest scoring team in the Premier League with 27 goals scored. And guess what? They have the worst defense in the Premier League. They have conceded 77 goals. Absolutely crazy. And so basically, the worst team in the Premier League basically is coming to Anfield. Wow. Look, I am tempted to say 6-0, but at the same time, I understand that at this time of the season, there are no easy games. So this game is not going to be an easy game, to be honest. But man, Liverpool should really win this game comfortably. Look, I'm going for 4-0. Sheffield United, they are just too bad. So I think it should be a comfortable win for Liverpool. And the final game for week 31 is Chelsea against Manchester United. Now, where do I even start with these two teams? I mean, if you want to talk about two of the most inconsistent teams in the top 6 or top 10, it has to be these two clubs. Now, Manchester United, I think, is very, very interesting here. They've lost 2 of the last 5 Premier League games, and look at this. Manchester United have scored 40 goals and they have conceded 40 goals. So they have a goal difference of 0. How on earth is Manchester United number 6 in the Premier League? This makes absolutely no sense. Look, the following teams have scored more goals than Manchester United. I'm talking about teams that should not be scoring more than Manchester United. So Fulham, Bournemouth, Wolves, West Ham, Luton Town. Are you kidding me? Brentford, Brighton have all scored more goals than Manchester United. How are they number 6? Look, people always say the Premier League table does not lie. The Premier League table absolutely lies. Manchester United have had so much luck this season. They should not be anywhere near number 6. They should probably be somewhere around number 10, because I think that's really what they are. So Chelsea themselves, I think earlier in the season, they were quite unfortunate. They missed so many sitters, and they just never recovered from it. So I have no idea how this one is going to turn out. And this game, wow, it's actually quite a big game, because Manchester United, if they lose this game, because they play against Liverpool next at Old Trafford, if they lose this game, then the Liverpool game now becomes a must win, which is just crazy. So I'm going for a draw. So I'm going for Chelsea 3, Manchester United 3. And there you have it. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon.